Hi everybody, it's Melissa Henig here, and I'm up in Marin County in nature, and I thought it would be a really good idea to start making videos again and uncook myself through this raw cookbook. My book is called Raw Paleo. So let me just tell you a little bit about the book, Raw Paleo. This is basically a raw everything diet except grains and legumes, but you can eat all of the food groups: raw eggs, raw milk, raw butter, raw cream, raw meat like steak tartare, chicken ceviche where it's soaked in lemon, green juice, fermented vegetables, coconut cream, fresh herbs, fruits, vegetable, anything in season, seasonal fruits. So the thing about eating raw is the food, even meat and dairy, is loaded with enzymes. So it's going to help you digest and assimilate everything in your body way better than sitting down and eating a big cooked meal. I really want to make this papaya pudding because it's so good for digestion, and I feel like lately I've been coming across a lot of my friends that they're not satiated. Everyone's having salads because it's so hot and they're really hungry. Salads don't get you very far, but when you eat nutrient-dense foods like raw butter, it's a good, healthy, raw fat, you can go hours, and it's really nice to, it's delicious, and it's really nice to feel full and not always being like, you know, when's my next meal? I don't feel satiated. This is the first recipe in the book under raw butter recipes. All right, let's see here. Oh, it's not the first. I thought it was the first recipe. It's the second recipe in the book. It's raw creamy papaya custard. So this is what you're gonna need. 1 papaya. This is organic from my local co-op, health food store. This is raw cultured butter. You can, hopefully, if you live in California, it's legal. Otherwise, you can go to realmilk.com and put in your zip code and try to find a good source for raw butter. This is so important to have in your diet and your body. Okay. Next, we're going to put in raw eggs, which I usually get from the market, but I did have to buy these from my same thing, health food store. They're organic and pasture raised. Those are the two really important words, organic and pasture raised. Oh shoot, I forgot the honey and raw honey. Let me go grab it. So I always feel kind of embarrassed and have all these excuses that I can't make YouTube videos because of my blender. Isn't that ridiculous? This is stained from turmeric, and I don't use any chemicals, and I don't use bleach, so if anybody has any ideas on how to clean this guy, that would be nice. Okay, so I'm just going to take the seeds out of the papaya. Some people leave them in for smoothies that they make, but you know, they're a little bit bitter. Can you all see that? I'm just scraping out the seeds. Papaya is so good for your skin and digestion too. I have this new thing lately where, you know, I just feel kind of weird about taking digestive enzymes out of a bottle because it feels like it's just all processed. How is that still alive and gonna digest things? And I mean, I'm sure it works for some people, but I have been cutting up papaya and pineapple and leaving it in a little glass jar in the fridge, and every time I eat, I've been like taking that as my digestive enzyme afterwards, and it works so good. I mean, I can really tell, like, I feel really good. I feel like never bloated afterwards. We're gonna put the whole papaya in, and I mean, I don't know how much information to share, but it really helps for going to the bathroom, eating pineapple after your meal. So I usually wait about 20 minutes to eat it. This is really easy. You just scrape it out here. So beautiful. That color kind of matches my headband. So I always like to eat the fat with my fruit. It helps slow down the the sugar absorption. Okay. There we go. Papaya. Oh, I have to find the recipe here. I'm pretty sure it's 4 tablespoons of raw butter. I have left my raw butter on the counter for actually 2 days now. So it's super soft. Let's see. Yay! 4 tablespoons of raw butter. They don't have to be perfect. That's the whole thing about, I mean, that's probably a tablespoon and a half. That's the whole thing about when you start making raw food, you just kind of do it towards, like, you eye it. Whatever it looks like about a tablespoon, it's always going to work out. I love raw butter so much. Another thing I do sometimes after I eat and take the pineapple, I take some raw butter and kind of put it on my teeth. It has such good calcium and phosphorus. It's so good for your bones, the fat soluble vitamins A, D, and K, and I just kind of like let it soak in a little bit. Okay, let's see how many raw eggs. 2. I put the whole raw egg in. I feel like this raw egg comes in a perfect package, and you always find a fat and a protein together. Oh shoot. In nature. And I don't want to denature nature. It's wise and it knows what it's doing, and it comes perfect in this package. By the way, I just got some shells in there. It's fine. Okay. Next up is raw honey. I have a towel to keep wiping my spoon. I'm so organized. Okay, so this is just raw honey here. You can tell that it's not heated, it's not liquefied at all. Okay. It said all the recipes pretty much say 1 to 2 tablespoons, but you know, use whatever you want to do. I'm gonna use about 1.5 tablespoons. This is so good when it's finished. Okay. You eat this for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, whenever you want. There's no rules. You might not need the plunger because of all the raw eggs, and the papaya is pretty liquidy, but let's see what happens here. I always start my Vitamix on low. Wow, this is so good. You know what? Let's do another second. It looks a hair grainy. You can tell it'll be really smooth and creamy. Okay. Oh, it's so good. Okay. Can you see? This is creamy papaya pudding. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's taste it. I have some raw honey on my spoon. Wow. I think you should make this. You can eat this for a couple days. This will last 4 or 5 days in the fridge. Put it in little separate glass jars if you want, so you can grab it, put it in a cooler, have it on the go. It's definitely a great breakfast. With the raw fat and the raw eggs in there, that's a great way to start the day. Thanks for watching.